How can a Scrum Master be a good facilitator and ask questions that can help the team if the Scrum Master doesn't understand the technical talk related to the product being built? The role of the Scrum Master is to, first of all, facilitate and observe if there are any challenge. So you're using your emotional intelligence. So I want to take a case of a spring meeting, a spring planning event, right? Because that's a technical aspect where we have a lot of discussion, especially when they're sizing the story. Your main role is not to understand the important technicality, because when you get into technicality, that is the role of the PO. But I also do understand that in some environment, what happened is that they also allow the Scrum Master to lead and writing stories, which means that you need to understand some of the levels of technicality. But then in a normal environment, a Scrum Master should not be writing stories. Scrum Master should be facilitating. So when you're facilitating, you're not paying attention to technicality. You're paying attention to participation. And then you're paying attention to the collaboration between the different teams. And you're kind of asking question, is that understood? Is everybody okay? Do we need some questions? Is there anything else you want to ask? So the questions you're going to ask in order to help the team do more are going to be more generic questions to see if anyone already have doubt in it. But then what I advise is that when your team is working on something, at least try as much as possible. You don't need to go so technical, but understand like uh, the environment they are working on, like which environment are they using to build the product. Understand who's the front end, who's the back end, who's the tester, and a bit about where they come in the entire process. That's kind of just the backroom conversation you might have. That's one of the reasons why you do a lot of one-on-one with your team members, just to understand a bit more about the work and see if you can easily help them. So one of the way you can really provide help is kind of creating a personal space and having those back of the room chat with your team members is going to help you to really learn a lot and see if there is more support you can give them. Still, that is the way I'm going to handle that. Don't bother so much about the technicality. You're not supposed to ask them what environment they're using, and you're not supposed to be contributing technically because your knowledge in that technicality is limited. You're supposed to focus more on a healthy environment and creating a conflict-free environment, which means that it's about your interpersonal skills. It's about your level of emotional intelligence. All right, thank you. And just to wrap up, if you want to be part of our coaching circle, click the link below, especially if you're still working towards that journey of a Scrum Master. Look at the link below. It gives you step by step on how you can become part of our community. And if you want to be Safe Scrum Master certified, we're organizing training for Safe Scrum Master every other 2 weeks. Just send me an email with the email in the description button, and I'm going to definitely reach back to you. Do have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.